Hello everyone, Tone here, and welcome back to Tone Plays Cogmind. I believe we are on episode 6 of this first starting series, which is very appropriate because we have just reached depth 6. Our goals on this floor are to find the branch. I would really like to do data miner, but there is a chance that extension/cetus is on here. So we're gonna have to find out. Data miner is guaranteed on this depth. The other one will be from -6 to -4. So we need to find out where that is, or at least if it's on this depth at all. The way we're gonna do that is hopefully getting off a branch access hack at a terminal, which would, for guaranteed to tell us if that's on this depth or not. I don't believe we have any intel from this depth, do we? We do not. All we know is that research is here, which is obvious. So we just evolved a utility slot and a weapon slot. I don't really have anything to slot in right away. But we are going to switch to kinetic gunslinging right now. I'm gonna hold on to the barrage gun, or the great axe, until I get into combat. I don't know if we're gonna need the cooling system. If you have a lot of guns, they do generate a lot of heat. So one volley is 28 heat. That's pretty much nothing, so I can actually get rid of the cooling system for now. Compact matter pod. 150 matter storage. Ours gives us 200. Chainsword, how does it compare to our great axe? Less maximum damage, so we're gonna ignore that. Secret tunnel down here. Or that might not even be secret, actually. Lots of nuclear pulse thrusters. We got trap intel from a derelict log, which is really nice. Advanced terrain scan processor. Terrain scanning can go a long way for a interesting. For a slow combat build, by the time you get to research. That's a pretty good processor for it. We would have to carry it for a while. I don't know if we're gonna do that. Don't grab it just for wishful thinking. Did you guys see that? The arm leg. Science has gone too far. It's one of my favorite weapons items in the game. Not actually to use it, but it's an arm leg. What's not to love? It's actually an armored leg, but that abbreviation is hilarious. Let's go deal with this garrison. Particle cannon. That's a big thermal weapon. Stitch a beam cannon for that. I like thermal cannons like this for dealing with programmers. Advanced heatsink. How does it compare with our cooling system? 3 less heat dissipation. I might grab that though, because heat sinks have less coverage than cooling systems, so they tend to last longer. Security level 2. Garrison. 15% chance to seal it. We are going to go ahead and use the force jam command, which gives you a much higher chance of success, but it gets an investigation or reinforcement squad called to your location. Oh, it's only 40% actually. It's not much higher, is it? But we got it off. Dispatching investigation squad. Hopefully we can disappear before they get here. Operator over here, which means there is guaranteed to be a terminal over there, but he'll probably lock the terminal and call reinforcements. Unless we can kill him in one turn. This might be the investigation squad. Means there's probably a complex exit right there. Far away are they? Range. I'm looking at the volley window over here. If you have a ranged weapon, you can kind of use it to measure. The range is 16, so they have to get into this line before they'd see me. I'm gonna see if I can sneak into this door. We do. We should miss them. Plasma cutters. Do we have any need for a plasma cutter? The thing about plasma cutters is they have very nice positive salvage. I don't know if we'd end up actually using them for anything. Or EM pulse cannons. I like to have a couple of good EM weapons on hand, so I think we might grab those. At least the one. Just for dealing with hunters or similar. I need to drop the cooling system. I have another slot available as well. The advanced heat sink. I want both improved EM pulse cannons. These compare. Slightly less damage. I'm gonna take that for the integrity. Guess I can carry both for now. No, I can't unless I equip something. I could throw on the salvage sharding computer, but maybe we just throw on some armor for now. Yeah, that's a good move. That was the investigation squad. I'm quite curious to go up here and see where they came from. That could be the Cetus exit I was looking for. So this is likely to be this guy's terminal. He's going to beat us to it if we get into his vision, so I'm just going to shoot it. My god, it wasn't. It sucks because we just, like, wasted a good terminal. The smaller the terminals, the lower security level they are, generally. So that was going to be level 1 terminal. Can't believe this. Oh, never mind. We were right. Okay. I forgot they don't turn green until they see you. Now, I actually want to kill this guy to get his hacking suite. I don't want to use EM, which is our best salvage item, because if you corrupt them to death, it fries processors quite easily. I don't want to shoot him in this direction, because these are explosive power conduits. Try and, like, line up like this and shoot at him. Oh, he ran right into the power conduits. Alright. Guess I will just ignore you this time. I should probably steal that garrison as well. I'd like to farm these hunters for Gauss rifles. If I could get 4 Gauss rifles, I'd be pretty damn happy right now. Cut through here to avoid those traps. Bet you he's standing on an exit. It would look like it would probably end up being... And I'm saying that because I saw the investigation squad come from there. I have a good feeling that that is the exit to extension I'm looking for. Because usually... I don't know, it's always iffy, but like generally, an exit to the next factory floor would be in like a skinnier corridor kind of deal. I want to kill this guy with our EM actually. Because he might have some drops I want. We're gonna fight him and see what the exit is. Nice, we were pretty much out of energy. But yeah, that engine's probably gonna be pretty nice for us. And more light treads. We should probably start carrying some of those. We're gonna start losing our medium treads. It'd be really nice to find a tread stockpile. Actually, speaking of which, we have stockpile data that we haven't checked yet. Powered hammers, prototype energy guns. Probably not anything we want. I'm more interested in energy cannons right now. A bunch of hard medium armor plating wouldn't be bad. A missile launcher, I'm not gonna go out of my way for that. Type flight can be excellent for flight builds, but we are the complete opposite of that. So nothing too interesting there. Actually, what is this? Long range train scanner. That plus our train scan processor is actually a really good combo. Again, I don't think we would use it right away, because I think we're going to be kind of strapped on utility slots for a little bit here. But if I was willing to devote 2 inventory slots to that combo, we could get a lot of use out of it later. We're going to keep that in mind. On a slow bot, even just equipping that without the processor when you're walking around could be kind of handy. And we have the slots right at the moment. Let's go see what this exit is. Since we have the signal interpreter, it'll tell us when we walk up to it. That a programmer just left or came in there. That is factory, okay. I feel like more often than not, these like junction points, we couldn't really tell exactly what was going on here. I actually thought it was a bigger room. Tend to be the branch exits, but that's why it's good to guarantee it. You don't want to get thrown into an area you don't want to be in. That's definitely where these investigation squad came from. So little clues like that are really nice for like figuring things out. Like we knew that this is an exit because that squad came from that direction. So if you are really just trying to get off the floor ASAP, like you can use context clues like that to figure out where you want to go. Right. We do need a backup engine. I'm just going to slot that in because it's better though. I should drop something and just carry light treads. We're getting to the point where I'm devoting larger portions of my inventory space for items I'm going to use down the line. It's just beam cannon. I don't need that many thermal cannons if I'm only really using those to deal with research or programmers. And by the way, programmers are weak to kinetic weapons too, so our kinetic gunslinging build is pretty good against them. Probably don't need to dedicate thermal weapons just to them. On low weapon slot builds though, they're pretty nice. Okay, what do we have on the menu here? Our threat level is probably pretty low, so I don't need to purge threat. We don't need to locate traps because we have all trap data. Get a botnet up here. Shit. They're gonna come right out of that garrison or that exit. Hunters? Huh, is it just one hunter? I actually might intentionally fight him. Shit, is there a secret door here? No. That was weird. I don't know why he came up to this wall. I thought he might have been going to a door. I guess the investigation pathing was a little weird because he knew we just wanted to get over here. There are grunts right there too. I don't want to fight next to all this explosive stuff. Let's go fight this guy up here. Hello. Oh, I have my EM weapons equipped still. Perfect. Oh, you know what? Let's ram him. Oh shit, I swung. I want to get out of this section because I'm actually not sure if this is the reinforcement squad. There's another squad coming up here I want to stay away from. Oh my god, we just destroyed him. Straight up. Amazing. Amazing! Crushed. This is a treads thing. 5% chance to crush robots when ramming them. Cannot crush targets of large or greater size or those with more than 50 core integrity. So since we have 20% chance to essentially insta-kill him because of his low integrity. Unfortunately, it means we didn't get any weapons from him. What I wanted, but that was badass. I'll take that every day of the week. And yeah, this is why I wanted to be up here, because these guys would have seen me very soon. Oh, you know what? I mean, there could be a few things going on here. Those guys might be coming from a fabricator and going to the... no, that would only generate one guy. I'd like to kill this guy. This is not explosive. It's really hard to kill that thing. Alright, let's go shut down this garrison. Ooh, there's an ARC. I should fight you. Doing it for the matter. These things drain matter like crazy, don't they? What do I have here? -4, -3, -4. Okay, not too bad. I thought one of them was like really draining my matter. These tractor beams can be really nice on a matter heavy build. I wonder if I should grab that. I don't know if I have the inventory space for it. I guess we can always grab one later. They're either going to come from here or from here. Not in a great place to fight them. I'll try and fall back into this room. This guy? I don't know what he's doing either. Might have to fight him in a second too. Okay, so this actually looks like a guy that came from a fabricator and was going to the garrison. That was my first guess, but the way he was almost like walking the other way, I wasn't really sure. Yeah, I feel like we should just wait here for the programmers to show up. It can take a while, so it's not a particularly good use of your time. But I definitely don't want to fight them out there. Let's see what happens. They could have generated from this or this, which is what I was expecting, but they would be on us already. They're much faster than us. Kind of curious about that cannon, but we don't really need it. Yeah, let's wait for the programmers. Comes. Oh my god. I just waited and he moved and shot before I even got a turn to shoot on him. Because he moved pretty fast. And waiting uses 100 time units. Out of my treads, that's annoying. Oh my god, he's tearing us up. That's why we got backups. We need more right away, and our system is corrupted. We can lock down this garrison real quick. I'm gonna come around. Big room. This guy's actually guarding this room. He's just like all the way on the other side of it. Oh yeah, we wanted these long-range train scanners. I'm gonna grab one of those. I'm gonna use the force command again. Cool. Now these guys might come out of here. Yep. Actually gonna cut through this wall because of that. Just concerned that if I left this way that they would catch up because we're kind of slow. So this means we're completely out of this line of vision and they'd have to get to the doorway to actually see us. Force field, low level force fields are kind of bad. Hacking suite, very nice. We definitely want that. We're not gonna keep it on all game, but it'll be nice to have as like a disposable piece of hackware. Long-range missile launcher. That should be an upgrade over what we have now. A lot of extra damage. A lot of extra range. I like having launchers at different max ranges, so you can use the max range as like a point where you know it's going to blow up even if you miss. Drop one of these. Honestly, we can probably drop both of these. We haven't really been using them that much. Check the fabricator. Sometimes there's something really cool in the menu. Check this out. We're building a smart bomb launcher. We can't really go too far as we wait for that, so I'm just going to dig a bit. Alright, so speaking of good launchers, so this is even more damage than the missile launcher we just picked up. Problem is it's 2 slots. But that doesn't tell you until you equip it. Well, this is a guided weapon, which means it'll never miss. So we don't even care what the range is. Well, as long as it's not short. But it actually has good range. Smart bomb launchers are incredible. The mini smart bomb launcher is really good because it's only 1 slot. But I will take this for now. We should. Oh, this isn't a great. Look at all this explosive machinery. This stuff. All these are explosive. Let's see if I can sneak past here. We're well outside of these guys' vision, and since they're what, investigation? They shouldn't come this way. I just don't want to run into a fight while we go down here. Okay. I saw this door, so I knew there was a room to the left, so we're just gonna cut in here. Ooh, long-range tractor beam. That should be better than the high-power one that I was thinking about picking up at that recycler. Improved particle charger. 20% to energy, gun, and cannon damage. That can be excellent on certain builds. That might really improve my viability using those thermal cannons against programmers. It also makes our EM weapons a lot better. Actually, that would make it so these kill on average 4 hits instead of 5, which is pretty nice. Just for by the corruption effect. But we're not leaning in the cannons too much. We're mostly using our kinetics, so I'm not gonna pick that up for now. It'd be hard to give up all this cool stuff. The watcher coming this way. We throw on our EM weapons, which they are weak to. I'm trying to fry this guy if he comes in this room. I know there wasn't anyone else around, so he wasn't gonna call anyone at us. The recycling unit in here. I'm not gonna chase him. He's running, that's fine. You want this tractor beam. It's just armor that's pretty beat up. The only terminal we found so far... Okay, we found 2. We've been quite stealthy for being a combat build, so I'm not concerned about alert. That's the main thing you have to worry about. If you get into fight after fight after fight, your alert spikes. But we're not in danger of that yet. I really want to find an access branch. Intel would be excellent. These are... Oh, these might be good engines. I really need to find out if the extension Cetus branch is on this floor, which we'd find an extension exit. Otherwise, I need to find a caves exit. If we miss the extension, it wouldn't be the end of the world, but it's a really fun way to play this kind of build. So since we're going down this path anyways, I'd really like to go there. I know what this is. Corruption made us forget the identity of this part. Enhanced optical ray. Those are not bad. I'd like to use one of those when I'm done with sensors. We'll probably find another one. What was the determination of these? Oh, heck yeah. They're much better than what we're using now. So we're gonna grab 2 of those. Get some fresh weapons up. I dig through here. Yes, I can. Another fabricator. Improved launcher guidance computer. So the first fabricator had a smart bomb launcher. This one has a launcher guidance computer, which you actually don't need for smart bomb launchers, but I feel like the game is trying to tell us something. Like it wants us to blow stuff up. Do I have any schematics? I don't know if there's anything worth using here. I'm gonna ignore this. Technically build another experimental sensor array in case we lose ours. Actually, this one's already shot. Maybe I do that here. Probably have a pretty good bet, not a great chance of building it. This is security level 1. Let's see what happens. Nice. I'm gonna use Trojan Prioritize, which makes it build twice as fast. Nice. Cool. Ooh, what is this stuff? Let's see if I can identify this processor with my component analysis suite while we wait. Need to drop something. I feel like the targeting computer has to go soon. You know what? The minigun kind of sucks, doesn't it? There's another fabricator. Man, having all these fabricators so close would be pretty amazing in a flight hack and fab run, which is another playstyle I like a lot. You can build an excavator. Those little tunneling bots that dig things out. You don't need that. Just wait for this. Alright, component analysis suite identified. Experimental signal interpreter. Wow. Okay. Is it faulty? It is not. Alright. That is a phenomenal find. Now we have an experimental sensor array and experimental signal interpreter. So this gives us, first of all, we'll be able to detect every hunter type on here. Like I was saying in another episode that the higher level hunters have a scan cloak ability which hides them from your sensors unless you have a strong signal interpreter. Well, this is the highest level of signal interpreter. And it also shows us exactly what the other bots are. You saw how like they were showing up like red and stuff. Like we can see exactly what faction they are in. And also we can see dormant bots, disabled bots. Actually, I don't know if disabled bots show up, but dormant, the ones that are like shut down that you can rewire, which weren't showing up on our last one. So that's pretty cool. It's just more information. I almost want to back up, but we're not really leading into InfoWar too bad. And it's unlikely that this gets shot off anyways, especially with our tread build. Currently at 1 in 1268 chance. Shoots. So shoot traps are a unique thing. They drop you down to an area called the waist, which can be very dangerous depending on your build. We would actually probably get kind of wrecked there. Maybe not. I don't know. I don't want to go there. But there are great rewards there. In particular, if you kill the crushers that live down there, they have damper plating, which gives you 90% EM resist. So that's pretty phenomenal. But you can get corrupted the heck out of down there, especially if you're slow, because there can be an EMP charge. There's actually very high variance, because sometimes you get a bunch of free allies down there, and they just clear the place out for you. And you just get a bunch of free stuff. And when you come back out, you come back onto the factory floor, which can be valuable, because it basically resets the floor. So on a hack and fab build, it resets your schematic lockouts and your quarantine for the fabrication networks. So you can, for that def, basically fabricate twice as much. And it also plunges your alert basically to 0, which is really nice. So lots of good stuff to happen down there. All right, branch access points. I really want this. I'm gonna equip a hacking suite. Increase our chances just a bit. We're up 25%. I'm gonna just go for it. Heck yeah, we got it. And looky here, we have lower caves and extension. So we have to decide if we want to go to extension or the lower caves for data miner. So the risk reward there is this. All right, data miner. If we ally with data miner, what he'll do is he will open doors for us, which is great because otherwise you have to hack terminals to open a lot of doors in the game, which we are not going to be very good at. And he also will, from time to time, recall assaults. So once we're getting like higher alert and we're getting assaults thrown at us, he'll recall some of them, which goes a long way, especially later on, because you get into, with a slow combat build, an alert spiral, where like you get an assault thrown at you, you have to fight it. Fighting it raises your alerts. If you're stuck fighting it, you're wasting time, so the next assault comes even like sooner after the fight than if you didn't have the fight at all, because it's just on a timer, a high variance timer. And then also, while you're fighting an assault, sometimes like other guys, like squads come in, so you have to fight more stuff. That raises your alert more, that takes more time. It damages your parts, so all kinds of bad stuff happens. So that's why data miner is really good for this type of build, because we're not hacking much, and we're playing slow combat, so being able to mitigate that alert spiral effect goes a long way. Extension has a lot of... So basically, it's a 4-branch chain. The first one has a lot of allies that you can ally with. They're all locked behind doors, which you have to open somehow, which makes the data miner actually a really good one to visit before extension. It's unfortunate that we have to choose between, and we can't do both here. And then you go from there over to another map called Cetus. Cetus has some interesting events on it. Oh, I was just thinking some of the other implications too. A lot of cool stuff that can happen. So I'm just like thinking ahead. And once you start like allying with things, or like taking certain paths, it like cuts off other paths and opens up new paths. And then with how like the levels generate, like basically with this decision here, how we have to choose one or the other, like the decision tree can get pretty complicated. So I'm actually like thinking as I'm talking, like all the consequences and things that we can have in extension. Because there's another bot there. Well, there's 2 bots there that can set up different events. But the other cool thing that's there are you can fight these guys called Cetus guards. And the guards have really nice gear, especially for the build we have. You get improved KE penetrators, which are like the Gauss guns I've been looking for, but like much better. They give you Centrium heavy treads, which are really good treads. They have really good power sources. I think we should go there. That's a very fitting way to play this build. We're going to get hurt a lot by not going to data miner. But I think Cetus will be the fun way to go. It's going to be very challenging too, so we're going to see how that goes. I would like more EM weapons. But yeah, let's just do that. That's going to be the fun thing. And I still have juice left on this terminal. What else do we want to do here? I'd actually like to try and purge our alert while we have this hacking suite on. 0%. Okay, that's not happening. Alright, so where are our exits at? Started pretty close to an extension exit. Although, because this is a zone that we revealed, I knew that this was all dead space, so we likely had to come like around quite a bit to wrap around to get here. Like this might go down there eventually. Where's the other one? All the way down there. So neither of them are particularly close. The lower caves are not very close to us either, so we have to travel quite a bit closer. Come back through here, which would be pretty safe. Who wants to play safe? Let's start going down and see what happens, and we'll probably try to cut over to here. Let's talk about armor here, which will be nice too. We'll see like what the game gives us, and we'll get to one of these exits. I think south might be a good idea, actually. But we'll do that next episode. So thanks for tuning in, and next time on Tone Plays Cogmind, we are going to travel to Extension. So I will see you guys there. Thanks for watching.